trees. Our yaks are really large, and they smell like rotting beef carcasses.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Bearded Geeks, the weekly grab bag of topics covering movies, comics, video games, and TV. My name is Jages, I'm the Beardmaster, and with me today, my co-host, the Bearded Mountain, Bobby Baxter.
What's going on?
Do you like being a mountain?
Yeah, it's alright.
What mountain would you be?
What mountain would I be?
Yeah.
No, what mountain am I? Mount Baxter.
Mount Doom.
Mount Doom.
The Bearded Mountain, Bobby Baxter, in the Beard Cave. How you going, brother?
Yeah, I'm alright. How about you?
Yeah, I'm great. I'm bloody good.
That's good.
That's good. Got a lot to get through today. This week is our Better Late Than Never E3 episode.
Yep. Be 3 weeks late.
Yeah, E3 weeks late, that's right. We've got a lot to talk about today, so I'm just going to jump straight into it. Our Super Fight episode went over very, very well.
Did it?
Yeah, fucking hell, everyone was loving it.
I loved it.
Yeah, I fucking loved it too. I think
really
I listened to it I probably listened to it about 3 or 4 times.
Did you?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, fucking hell I did.
I gave it a listen back the other day and fucking had me cracking up all the way through. It was so good. So much shit that I'd forgotten that we did. Like, yeah.
Octopus Mike Tyson.
And Russ's Korg was pretty good too.
Yeah, it was, yeah. No, it was really good. I absolutely fucking love the shit out of playing that on the show. So we're definitely gonna do that again in the future.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, like I said, we probably didn't even get through half the deck. So
not even close. We scratched the surface on that, didn't we? Yeah.
With a bloody good reshuffle, we can have some more fun again in the future.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I'm up for that.
Are there any other games out there you'd like us to play? We did have a suggestion for Red Flags.
Okay.
That's another game from Skybound. It's pretty much the same kind of game, but it's like a dating. So it's kind of like a dating type game. Yep. So you pull out, you've got like all these dating like floors or whatever in that, and then you have to decide. I don't really know kind of the rules of the game. I just had a quick look at it. But yeah, it's pretty much the same guys who do Super Fight. So it's the same kind of format and that. And then you have to, try to, we're going on a date, Bob, our 2 characters or whatever. And, if you hit too many red flags or whatever. And
I dig it because I've never actually been on a date. Like, I got real lucky. Met my wife.
You've never been on a date?
Never, not once.
I have been on so many dates. Did I tell you about the time when I was single and I was talking about to 10 different ladies at the same time?
Wow.
That was so hard. That was so hard. That's when I was living with Pat.
Yeah.
And my phone would go off, be like, bling. And he'd be like, oh, which one is it this time? Because... And it was like, it's when you start talking to people and then you kind of just like...
Did you make a spreadsheet?
I should have. That would have been... Because you talk to all these different people and that, and then you forget what you tell one person and what you didn't tell the other person. So you're pretty much going over the same stuff over and over again. Won't do that again.
Fuck that. I'm way too lazy for that shit. I don't think I could hold down one date, let alone 10 at a time.
It's kind of when you just like meet lots of different people and you're talking to them and you kind of just like whittle it down to Like so I just kind of like whittled it down to like 2 people, and then I had to choose between those 2, and then the one I chose became my girlfriend. Not the current girlfriend I have now. One, like, 3 girlfriends ago.
Whittle down another 10 for the next one, and another 10 for the next one.
It's just so much work, man.
Jesus.
Going on dates, like, Catherine and I, when we went to go on our first date, we arranged to meet somewhere, and I got there, I was punctual. I was probably 10 minutes early.
Yep.
And she was half hour late. So I'm just standing there for like 40 minutes waiting. And then she's like, sorry, I'm late. I'm like, that's okay.
Sweating bullets the whole time.
She finally texts me. She's like, I'm running late. I'm on my way now. I'm like, oh, cool. Finally.
It turns out like your date just stood you up and you just got like someone else's date that rolled in. Worked out great for you though. But, I'm keen for this game because you guys can fucking critique me on my
your dating style.
Red flag skills. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I went out, back when I was young and innocent, I went out on a date with a girl, I think on like a Tuesday. It wasn't really a date. It was kind of like, let's just meet up and have drinks.
Yep.
It was like a Tuesday night. And I'm like, drinks? On a Tuesday night? What is this? Parks? What is this? At the sea parks? Just like, what is this? You can't go out drinking on a Tuesday night. I've got to go to work tomorrow. What is this?
She's
and
a
now I'm
keeper.
just like, now I just drink every night. So like, I just don't care. I'm jaded now, an alcoholic, and I'm just like, fuck, let's drink every night. I text Patty.
As he reaches for his mocha dare chocolate milk.
I really like this iced coffee. It's iced coffee. It's not chocolate milk. Shut up. Shut up.
Half of it's chocolate milk. The other
I took
half...
a couple of Panadol on that before. I don't want to have any beers.
Yeah, fair enough.
Anyway. Talking about Superfight, I actually got a message. Another gentleman reached out to me on Twitter last week, I think over the weekend.
Yep.
TJ Hodder, he's a podcaster and that from Canada. He just reached out to me on Twitter and just wanted to let me and us, as an extension, know that he's a big fan of the show. He really digs it, kind of just like stumbled upon the show, and yeah, he really, really fucking digs what we do. Loved our Super Fight episode. He said it was fucking hilarious. Awesome. Thanks, mate. But yeah, like Hodder, as he goes by, it's his last name. He started his own like podcast network. It's called Team Podbeard, or the Podbeard Network. Beg your pardon. And he has 3 different podcasts he does. So he does a solo show on his own called The Hodder Show. Yep. He kind of just gets like, or if he's on his own, or he just gets like different guests and that in, and they just kind of talk about everything, anything and everything and that. So I went through and listened to a couple of episodes of that. It's really good. He does another show called Mics and Beers, which is like a monthly show where him and his mates just kind of get together, and they pretty much do what we do, just get together and shoot the shit and have beers with the boys once a month, and yeah, just get together and get fucking ludicrous. But he's got his third podcast, which is now one of my favorite podcasts, called Two Guys in a Game, which is like a video game podcast, or as they like to call it, Two Guys in a Game! As they do it on the show. I tried to do it justice there, mate. I hope I did.
Two guys in a bloody game.
2 guys in a bloody game, mate. Like, what fucking games we're going to talk about today? Get the bloody 64 out, brother!
Aussie edition.
Aussie edition.
No, you sent me the link for that one. I gave that a listen the other day. Fucking had me in stitches.
Oh, I fucking love it, man. He does it with his mate, Kaz. And yeah, it's fucking really good show. If you're a fan of video game podcasts and you're looking for another one, Two Guys in a Game, just Google search it. You can find it on Podbean. Hodder's got his website, the Podbean Network website, so all his shows and that are kind of on there. And he's also on Twitter and that as well.
Just really remember to come back to us.
Yeah, just remember to come back here.
It's pretty good. So
it's pretty good. It's pretty good, but it's not the Bearded Geeks podcast, you know. No, it's good about the podcasting community. That's one thing I really like, and that I found is that, you know, we're all really really supportive of each other. But no, fucking Hodder, really cool bloke. Like, him and I have been talking over Twitter and that, like, the last week. Really fucking cool guy. He's been doing this for years, man. He's fucking addicted to podcasting. Like, I told him, like, I've barely got time to do 1. I don't know how he finds the time to do 3. But yeah. 3 podcasts out there, so Mics and Beers, The Hodder Show, and Two Guys in a Game. You can check them out. They're all really fucking good. I love them. And yeah, listen to them every week. And we're talking about maybe down the line we can do like a little bit of cross-promotion. So maybe I'll go on one of their shows, or they can be on our show, or
they've got a
we'll all go on our shows.
They've got a beardy hashtag or something. That
they do have beardy hashtags as well. Hodder's got a beard. It's a very nice beard. It's probably not as good as any of ours, but... You know, Canadians, what can they do? It's fine, mate. We love all beards.
Maple syrup beards.
Maple syrup beards. You ever get maple syrup in your beard? It's fucking
all the fucking time.
All the fucking time. So definitely check out those 3 shows. I fucking love them. Two Guys in a Game is seriously one of my favorite podcasts now. I went back and listened to like 3 or 4 episodes the other day. I was laughing my fucking ass off. Nice. So now, in honor of our new Canadian podcasting pals, I've got a few things about Canada here I want to talk about. Ooh. I scoured the internet today, and I have 10 facts about Canada I found today. I want to read
from the internet.
Facts from the internet. Nothing about the internet is wrong. Air quotes from the internet. So I'm going to read you some facts from the internet about Canada. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Number 1. The intersection of Portage and Main Street in Winnipeg has been called the windiest place in Canada. That's because everybody just congregates there and farts. Terrence and Phillip
Terrence
style.
and Phillip.
Say, Phillip, let's go down to the corner of Portage and Main.
What's down there, Phillip? Terrence? What
Wind.
That was fucking bad.
I wonder if Canadians really hate like Terrence and Phillip.
Oh, I reckon. It'd be like, what's our version of that? Fucking when they say chuck a shrimp on the barbie. It's fucking prawns, mate.
Fucking prawns, mate. They're not shrimp. We call them prawns over here in Australia. So we just said that in that ad. Like Paul Hogan just said that. So Yanks know.
Yep.
Yeah. You know, they're not terribly Canadian, these two guys either. They sound like they have American accents, but they're just like a boot and a. Come on down to Canada,
Isn't that all Canadians?
Yeah, but they just sound like American accents. But they were talking about it on their show the other day, and they're like, we just sound Canadian. I'm like, you kind of sound American, but with Canadian wordage in there.
I'm sure they say the same about us in New Zealand. Like, we probably sound
Can't even bloody fucking understand what we're saying, eh? Copper, fair income. Fact number 2 about Canada. Canada is the largest producer of uranium in the
I
world.
thought you were going to say urine in the world.
Thanks, Canada, producing all that uranium. What else do they use uranium for other than nukes?
Probably lots of things. Like
nuclear power plants, shit like that? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
What does nuclear power plants run off?
Stuff.
Sciencey stuff. Fact number 3. Canada is the home to 15 million cattle, 9 million of which live on the prairies.
Good on you, cattle.
Canadian cattle. Go to New Zealand and you'll laugh.
How many have we got?
Cattle?
Yeah.
Fucked if I know.
I reckon Tassie's got that.
I don't know, man. We probably got that in probably like wallabies and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we got lots of fucking wallabies down here.
Shithead possums.
Shithead possums. We love all the possums down here, mate. We love them all.
Yeah, they're all right. New Zealand, they don't. I went to New Zealand. I couldn't believe it. They string them out like fucking heads on pikes, sort of shit. Because possums are a pest.
Game of Thrones style.
There. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I rocked up to an Airbnb one night and there was like all these dead possums out the front, and I was like, "Do I want to stay here or what?" But then I learned quickly that they're a pest from us, and they came over to New Zealand and and fucked everything up, like ate everything, and so yeah, they proudly just like destroy all possums there.
Wow, fuck.
Whereas we're like, oh, our cuddly little friends.
We love possums.
Oh, I love you. Oh, you're pissing on me. Get off me.
Number 4. The world's longest recorded beaver dam is in northern Alberta, which was at 850 meters.
That's a lot of beaver.
That's a lot of beaver.
Damn, that's a lot of beaver.
Damn, that's a lot of beaver.
Oh, that's terrible.
I've never seen so much beaver in my life. I haven't. Fact number 5. 77% of the world's maple syrup is made in Quebec.
Hey.
I do like maple syrup.
I do too.
Get on those pancakes.
None of that
bit of ice cream.
That imitation stuff. It's never as good.
Fuck that. No way.
No.
Fuck that. We love you, Canada. We love your maple syrup.
Even though it costs like fucking $35 a bloody meal.
Fact number 6. Macaroni and cheese is the most purchased packaged grocery item in Canada.
Macaroni and cheese?
Do you have vegetables in Canada? Canada? Do you have vegetables? Do you eat vegetables over there?
Just mac and cheese.
They just fucking love maple syrup on mac and cheese. While they watch the hockey and they ride their caribou down to the hockey.
Yellow foods only.
Shit. Let's see. Number 7. In Saskatchewan, a hoodie is called a bunny hug.
Bunny hug. Awesome.
Just gotta go. It's a bit cold today. Gotta go get me bloody bunny hug out of the cupboard, mate.
That fucking actually legitimately sounds like something we would call like bloody bunny hug. Fucking I don't know. I'm out of Aussie terms.
I'm gonna wear me bloody bunny hug to work in the morning because it's gonna be cold.
Sounds comfy.
Yeah, it does. Good on you, Saskatchewan. Number 8. This is really funny. Porky's is the most successful Canadian film ever made.
Really?
Good on you, Canada. Don't you think you probably would have tried a little bit harder since then? I know, like, Vancouver is like the TV hub of the world because everybody just goes there to shoot their TV shows because, I know, like tax breaks or whatever and that.
Yeah.
But, Porky's, didn't that come out in like 77?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that was a long time ago, Canada. You can do better than that. Just do a Porky's reboot.
Yeah.
Number 9. It is illegal to have comics depicting criminal acts in Canada.
Fuck it, that'd be boring.
I know, right?
What are you reading about?
Maybe that's why they're so nice and stuff over there. because they're like, no, we can't condone criminals and shit. So crime.
That hits close. Like, so no, there'd be like no.
Yeah, so not allowed to have
Spider-Man
any comic books depicting crime. Do you get Spider-Man comics over there? What kind of comic books do you get over there?
Sure
do you have comic book shops in Canada? Hodder, hit me back, mate. Like, tell me, let me know. Do you guys actually sell comic books and stuff over there, or do you just sell like Archie comics?
Fisher Price comics.
That's really funny. And number 10, the final fact I have: the world's longest beard belongs to Canadian man Sarwan Singh, which measures in at 2.37 meters.
Fucking hell.
That's a fucking long beard,
That's
and
not
that's
bad.
a lot of maintenance.
That's a lot of fucking stepping on your own face.
Oh, man. It might just maybe wrap it around his neck or something like that.
Yeah.
Chuck it over his shoulder and just walk behind him, so...
He must be up in one of those real cold regions where, he's just like grown himself an inbuilt scarf. Like,
that's probably what he does, yeah. Well, he's riding around on his fucking moose. What's like
you're just like riding a bike or something and it all just gets tangled up in the wheel.
In the spokes.
Oh, fuck!
It's not the longest beard anymore, he just ripped half the fucking thing out. What's like a group of moose called, anyway? Look at all those mooses over there, eh?
Meese.
Meeses.
I don't know.
Is that like a gaggle of moose?
Just They're
probably just moose. Look at all those mooses over there, eh? What's that all about?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hosers. I don't know anything. I don't know anything else that's Canadian. Ice hockey.
Didn't Canada just like legalized weed like a day ago or something, I think?
Did they?
Yeah.
We should go.
Recreational, yeah.
I've never smoked weed. Let's go.
Give it a try. Yeah.
Let's go over and have a few puffs.
Yeah. It's a long way to go for a couple of puffs.
Couple of puffs. I'm pretty sure I could get some weed from work tomorrow. There'll be someone in there I could talk to.
We just got to wait it out we're always about 10 years behind Canada. So
yeah, we'll just wait another 15 years and we'll catch up.
We'll be there.
So there are 10 facts about Canada you didn't know. Oh, here's a little supplementary fact I found out.
I like how you said 15 years because basically Australia's 10 years behind Canada.
And then Tassie's 5 years behind.
Yeah, we've got the Tassie time tube.
It takes 5 years to get over the Bass Strait to us. Go away, Launceston.
Sorry, what was your
my supplementary fact is that what is it? What was it? 80% of alcohol purchased, or 80% of the most alcohol drunk, 80% of it's beer in Canada.
That doesn't surprise me. They're, I imagine, are quite good drinkers.
I reckon they are too. And Hodder and Kaz seem like pretty cool guys to have a drink with. So if you guys ever come to Tassie, hit us up and we'll go out for beers.
Otherwise, we'll do a Skype drink.
We'll just Skype drink.
It'll be like 6 a.m. for one of us, so it's gonna be real fucking hard.
I had to hunt around at 10 different bottle shops to find just some of this Canadian beer. Oh fuck! It tastes like shit.
Jesus,
fucking Jesus! I wonder if they get Boak's red over there. I doubt it.
Jesus,
fucking love a bit of bloody Boak's red. Anyway, the Hodder Show. 2 guys in a game of mics and beers. Check them out. Fucking great shows. Fucking great guys. That's my podcast supporting for the week.
Nice.
All right. Let's do the news. Do you want to do the news?
Lettuce.
Let's do lettuce. Wow. Lettuce is the kind of shit that you buy and you put it in the fridge and it stays in there and you never eat it.
Yeah, you
let it go throw it out like 2 weeks later.
It's the thing you put in your basket to make the rest of your basket look kind of healthy.
Yeah.
And then it goes in your fridge to make the rest of your fridge look kind of healthy.
Big thing of celery sticking out.
Until it wilts and dies and turns into a mushy brown ball at the bottom of the veggie thing, and then you scrape that out and you go and buy another one, and then the cycle repeats. It's a circle of lettuce.
It's a vicious cycle, buying lettuce. All right, let's do some news. There are 5 new Star Trek series reportedly in development, including a sequel to The Next Generation with Patrick Stewart attached to come back as Jean-Luc Picard.
No way.
Yes, fucking way.
Whoa.
Yes, fucking way. Now, I've got a little thing here. So these 5 shows reportedly are, 1, a teen-oriented series set at Starfleet Academy.
Right.
They've been talking about like a Starfleet Academy show for like the last 20 fucking years.
Yep.
So I'm not surprised that this is happening. Let's see. A limited series with a currently confidential plot. So a shorter limited series, which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
Don't need to have an ongoing series all the time.
No.
A limited series based around Khan, obviously from Star Trek 2, Wrath of Khan, and an animated series. And also this sequel to The Next Generation. Now, Star Trek Discovery started earlier this year on Netflix. I watched the first half of the season.
Yep.
I was kind of sticking with it, but it wasn't really completely getting its claws in me. But
Same. Yeah.
then I kind of just, I didn't come back after the mid-season break.
Yeah, it still sits in my list at the top there, but I'm the same. We got about 4 or 5 episodes in, and I just kind of... Yeah, I don't know what it was. I think maybe it's a good one to space out. It doesn't feel like a
Bingeable show,
bingeable thing, yeah.
Don't get me wrong though, like I love the fucking the movies, like the last 3 films.
Yeah.
Like Star Trek Into Darkness and Star Trek Beyond. I fucking love the shit out of those 3 movies. Really enjoyed them. Thought they were great. But the idea of a sequel series to The Next Generation, because that was my Star Trek. That was where my brother and I came in. We came in at The Next Generation. So, and fucking Patrick Stewart as Jean-Luc Picard, like he's fucking badass. Even though he couldn't win a fight to save his life, and every time he got punched, he goes, "Ah!"
That was great.
Like you watch Star Trek Generations and shit, and every time he gets hit, he's like, he doesn't just like take it on the chin. He's like, "Ah! Ah!" Every time he gets hit. I'm like, come on, Patrick Stewart, throw a punch. But yeah, I would love to see like an old grizzled fucking Jean-Luc Picard getting in fights, beating the shit out of bastards. It'd be fucking sick. I'm down for that 100%. If Patrick Stewart's coming back, fuck yes. Jean-Luc Picard, sign me up.
Yep.
Take my money.
I'm definitely on board.
Did you ever watch his series Blunt Talk that was on Stars?
No.
Where he played like a news style show host, but he was fucking like he's like getting drunk and doing fucking cocaine and all this weird shit. Like he has this manservant butler dude that he was in the war with, and he's got like all these weird routines. Like I watched the first season and I really fucking liked it just because it was so out there to see Patrick Stewart like in a role like this, like fucking taking drugs and doing cocaine and all this sort of shit. It was really fucking good, but I haven't seen season 2 anywhere. I don't even know if it's still going, to be honest.
Definitely got to check that out. He does a really good cameo in Extras.
I've got to watch Extras too. Yeah, you keep talking about that.
Amazing cameo in that. It's so funny. I think he is a really funny dude that has just kind of like always played this kind of statesman role, but I think he's actually quite a bit of a comedian in the background. Yeah.
Like you watch him in interviews and stuff and that, like the guy's so fucking switched on.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Like that acting one he did. He's like, here's anger. Acting.
Even in Logan, you know, like he got some of the best, like, funny lines. And
shit. Man, like, yeah, you got all the best lines in that movie.
Not a box of fucking avocados.
Fuck yeah, he had a great couple of lines in that movie. I got to rewatch that again. I haven't watched my 4K copy yet.
Ooh,
have you got it on 4K?
No.
Shit house.
Bring it round.
Yeah, all right. When?
My special telly.
Oh, fuck. You've got a special telly, haven't you? Oh, all right. I'm coming around on the weekend.
Nice.
Watch Logan.
Yep.
Oh, not The Incredibles, though.
No.
I was going to buy The Incredibles today on 4K. I messaged Bob because there's a big sale on a JB where there's like 25% of Disney movies. I was like, oh, fuck. The Incredibles in 4K. It's only $20. And then you text me back and said...
I was like, those movies from the early 2000s CG movies are probably just going to show up all the shitty textures in 4K, and I'll put him off it.
And then I message him back. I'm like, I'm glad I messaged you first. I'm not going to buy it now. But what if it's really good?
It could be really good.
It could be really good. We'll have to look up some
remastered
videos.
But I mean, like even the jump to Blu-ray with some of those older movies kind of was enough to show the seams and the cracks. So
I had The Incredibles on DVD. It looked fucking stupendous on DVD back in the day.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen it on a higher format since.
No, I haven't watched it in years. I have seen it on Blu-ray, but I haven't seen it for fucking ages. Yeah.
Paddy saw The Incredibles too. He said it was really fucking good.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm keen. I think they just broke the record, didn't they, for Incredibles 2 for like...
highest opening animated weekend or whatever.
Yeah.
Animated opening for a weekend, 180.3 million or something like that.
That's fucking insane.
That's a big fucking chunk of change.
Like that, yeah, that topples Frozen and fucking everything.
Yeah, that's fucking Frozen, let it go, man.
Yeah.
See what I did there? See what I did? Do you want to build a snowman?
All right.
Let's move on, shall we?
Yeah.
Second bit of news. This was a big rumor today. Don't know if this is true or not. Apparently, Lucasfilm may be putting their Star Wars story films on hold for now.
Gee, I wonder if this could be a possibly a reaction to Solo.
Solo, as of 2 hours ago,
Mhm.
Has made $347,558 worldwide after a month.
Whoa.
And its budget was reportedly about $250 million. I think that's after the reshoots as well.
Yeah.
Now,
So does that mean they've broken even and that's the profit they've made on the...
that's what they've made all up, $343 million on a $250 million budget after a month.
Wow.
So, and that probably doesn't cover the advertising in that as well.
Yeah.
Not that it was really advertised very heavily. I think they probably cut back on their advertising budget because of what happened with the reshoots and stuff. Well, that cost extra money for that. But yeah, I don't know. I think they're kind of shooting themselves in the foot there a bit, because I was pumped for these Star Wars stories because Rogue One sounded like a cool idea, because this is the story of how this group got the Death Star plans. Oh, that's really cool. That ties into A New Hope and stuff. Like, cool, I want to see that story.
Yep.
They had problems with that film. They had to do reshoots for that. Tony Gilroy came in, apparently, and directed a lot of the reshoots in the end over Gareth Edwards. I think he added the Darth Vader scene at the end. So, and obviously all that shit, there was all those cool shots in the trailers that weren't in the movie. Then we got to Solo. I think the problem with Solo is, one, it's a movie we didn't want. Like, I didn't care about a Han Solo movie. Like, it's not a story that I had interest in, being told. And The Last Jedi only came out 5 months ago, 5 months before the movie hit, and that still left a bit of a dirty taste in a lot of people's mouths. And just that shorter distance, man, between Star Wars films.
I think it was the timing that was 90%. Well, that's the reason why I haven't been out to see it yet, is it was just bad timing for me. I don't have the chance to go see it, for one. But I think, too, like, it feels like almost the wrong time of year for a Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
They have these set, release dates for years. It was always kind of Christmas, bang, 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 like Christmas time every year. And it kind of felt like that was the time to go and see Star Wars.
Yeah.
Go and see a Star Wars.
That time passed from seeing the last one, then you're building up, ready to see another one.
And yeah, dropping one in the middle of the year, that only 5 months after the other one, just kind of felt like not enough time to build excitement for it. I wasn't really into the whole Han Solo thing either, but I think if I had to wait till the end of the year to see it and built up all that kind of expectation over time, and then been sort of like, heading to Christmas, that sort of thing, I think like maybe I'd be more inclined to go out of my way to go and see it.
For sure.
Yeah. I don't know. It just felt like it was rushed out at the wrong time or something, or just like not even underplayed. I don't feel like all the other Star Wars movies feel like being like this massive wash of advertising and stuff. Like it's in your face. They're coming up. They're gonna be this huge release. Solo kind of didn't seem to have that, at least here. Maybe in the States it was different, but
like we got those couple of cool posters.
Yeah, but it was all on Facebook. Like I don't feel like I saw anything around. Like
I saw one ad on free to air TV. Yeah, but that was the one time I watched free to air TV. Like 4 or 5 days before it was meant to come out, I was like, "Oh, this movie! I'm going to go see that." And I did go see it, and it was fine. Like it was a serviceable film. I enjoyed it for what I watched. Not groundbreaking or anything. Pretty much Han Solo's greatest hits. But you know what? It wasn't a terrible film. Yeah. It was well made, looked good. But
I'm still really keen to go see it. It's just like, I don't know. Like not right now.
Yeah,
deal. Yeah.
I don't know, man. This kind of worries me because the only Star Wars spin-off movie. I wanted the fucking continuing adventures of Obi-Wan Kenobi. That's the only fucking Star Wars movie that I really want to see. Give me fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi on Tatooine, set between episodes 3 and 4. I want to see him... Don't go fucking off planet. Just stay on Tatooine. It's all on Tatooine. Let me see fucking him get tied up with sand people. Let him see me get tied up with fucking gangsters with like the huts and shit and that, like on Tatooine. That's what I want to see. I want to see this fucking Jedi who's trying to stay underground, who's trying to keep a low profile, you know, get mixed up in some shit he doesn't really want to be involved in. But, you know, it ties back to his old fucking, you know, Jedi protectors and all this sort of shit. He's like, you know, I should really do my duty, even though I'm here kind of like watching this one guy on this planet, keeping an eye on him. But yeah, that's the movie I fucking want to see. Like, Boba Fett film was announced to be directed by James Mangold. That's on hold now. Like, yeah, I'd watch a Boba Fett movie, but it's not, you know, it's not biting at me. It's not grabbing me. Like, I'd watch it, yeah, for sure, but it's not something that I really want to see.
Yeah, yeah.
And Boba Fett's so cool on his own. Like, I'm worried they're gonna tarnish it more than George Lucas already did with the prequels.
I think that's the problem too. Is like the tarnish hasn't worn off yet from the prequels and what they did with the character there, and it just I'm not really interested in that either.
No,
I'd prefer to do something just. Make some new characters and do something in that world like Rogue One did. I really enjoyed Rogue One.
I did too.
Yeah.
But they have all these other... Apparently there are 9 other Star Wars movies in the making. So there's Rian Johnson's trilogy. There's the Game of Thrones guys, D.B. Weiss and David Benioff or whatever. Oh, yeah. They've got a trilogy they're working on. Yep. Jon Favreau, apparently his Star Wars TV series starts shooting later this year. There's so much Star Wars and that coming at us. It just seems like too much.
Yep.
Like, space it out. You got to space it out, guys. Like, be smarter about it. Advertise it, but space it out. Don't fucking hire and fire bloody directors and that all the time. Fucking nut it out and get it exactly what you want before you start.
You can't rest on your laurels and just be like, this is Star Wars. It'll make money. That's just been proven that's... I mean, it's still made a bit of money, but not heaps. Like, you can't rest on the name alone. It's hard because it's like, on the one hand, it's good because it means they'll push harder to make better films, hopefully. Hopefully that's the case.
Yep.
On the other flip side, it might just mean that investors and people just will be like, oh, this is not the money-making machine I thought it was, and go elsewhere. Which, you know, probably won't hurt Star Wars anyway, because, I mean, if they've got 9 films coming up, maybe they could strip that down to half of that.
But yeah, Star Wars used to be that thing. It was that special treat we only got once every so often.
Now
it was like, you know, you got to save up to go on a holiday. I only get to go on a holiday like once every couple of years, and I got really excited to go on that holiday.
Yeah, yep.
But yeah, it's, you know, but now it's like, we're getting one here, and you're getting another one in 5 months, and then we're getting another one next Christmas. That seems a little bit too far away for another Star Wars film. Maybe not after this, but who knows?
They're shooting for the MCU kind of thing, I think. Like just banging out movie after movie after movie and assuming that people are going to keep going.
But they paid so much for all this Lucasfilm. They paid so much for all this stuff. Like, we're going to bang these movies out and make our money back.
Yep.
Apparently, I heard a rumor the other day that Kathleen Kennedy, head of Lucasfilm, she may be stepping down.
Okay.
Now, after all this. Obviously, you know, people think that's tied into what's happened with Solo and Rogue One and Last Jedi and that, but yeah, she may be stepping down. Maybe it's her own idea. Maybe she steps down before she gets kicked down.
Could be, yeah.
Anyway, Star Wars.
Star Wars creeps in just almost as much as superhero movies on this show.
Yeah, it does. There's just so much of it.
There's just so much of it.
Well, we had Star Trek and Star Wars. Today, Paramount making another Ninja Turtles film.
Here we go.
Now, the problem is, let's see, what's his name? Jim Giannopoulos. He's the new head of Paramount. He said he's made it a priority to clean up the studio's slate and refocus its franchises. Now, I didn't hate the last 2 Ninja Turtles movies. I actually quite liked Out of the Shadows because it was as close to a live action version of the cartoon series, the late 80s, 90s cartoon series that we'll ever get. We had Krang, we had the Technodrome, we had Bebop and Rocksteady, we had Casey Jones, even though it was terrible. But it was just fun. It was over the top, it was goofy, it was real cartoony, and I actually really enjoyed Out of the Shadows, probably more than the first one.
Yeah,
but,
the first one I wasn't into at all. I haven't seen the second one, I think, because the first one left me so, like, ugh.
Yeah, the first one, it was kind of like, look, we're just going to throw all this shit against the wall, all this fun cartoon shit. Bebop, Rocksteady, Krang, the Technodrome, all that sort of stuff. Yep. It's really fucking cool. Like, it's as close to the cartoon as you'll ever get. And I actually really, I like that movie. I enjoyed it. I had fun with it. But there's no word or whether this is going to be a sequel or a reboot. But the problem I have is that Michael Bay, Andrew Form, and Brad Fuller are set to produce. Now, they're the three guys that produced the last two movies.
Okay.
So I'm still a bit edgy about that. If they had a different load of producers and that coming in, get away from those guys, you know what, maybe. But I like Ninja Turtles. I'll watch every Ninja Turtles thing or whatever that they'll bring out. But not that new fucking animated series. I'll tell you about that controversy. Bloody Raphael's got tonfas. What's that bullshit? What's that bullshit all about? Leave Ninja Turtles alone.
Some of that show was actually animated here.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah, there's a guy that was working on the show that I am working on now.
Did you get offered for that?
I didn't get an official offer, but he basically said, "You want a job on this show? It's here for you." And I was like, "Oh, I'll stick with what I'm doing at the moment." The lure was there. I'm in the camp of very few people that actually don't mind the style of the show. I think it's pretty cool.
And then Pat would just bag you out every week because he's like, "What have you done to Ninja Turtles? This is all your fault, Bob. This is all your fault. Why couldn't you change that from the inside? You're a man on the inside. You could have changed it. Look what you've done. This is all your fault.
Do a job."
You're like, I didn't do the style guide. I just fucking animate the show.
Exactly.
Nah, it's cool. More Ninja Turtles. I'll always watch it. I'll always support Ninja Turtles.
I think it looks pretty interesting. Like, I don't expect it to be the one from the 80s that I grew up with.
We always say this, though. That's there. We can go back to it if we want.
Exactly. And it's changed so many freaking times over the years that, like, that's why I'm like, I'm not even worried about, like, what happens with the films now, because I'm like, I didn't watch the second one because I was like, well, watch the first one. Wasn't for me. They're not making these for me anymore. I'll just move on with my life. I would get angry and be like, "You've ruined everything that I love as a child." Like, no, all that shit is still there.
Yeah.
For me to watch and go back and cringe at how bad it actually probably all is. Yeah. But, it's still there.
It's still there. You can go back and watch those 140 episodes of the original Ninja Turtles cartoon.
Let the new kids have their thing and maybe they'll fall in love with it. Or maybe they'll just be like, be inclined to go back to the old stuff and check it out. Like, it's not all bad.
Now, we've talked about this for ages. We've talked about doing audio commentaries at some stage, maybe doing them in a different place, different format. We post them somewhere different, but I'm like, fuck it, man. I really want to do it. Let's just do some for the regular show. Like, I've already done an Evil Dead 2 audio commentary.
Yep.
I really want to do one for the original Ninja Turtles film. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the movie.
Oh, man.
So I reckon in the next fucking few weeks, couple of months or whatever, 2 months or whatever, but in the very near future, instead of doing a regular show, we'll just fucking do it. Ninja Turtles commentary of the first film. I got it on Blu-ray. Fucking set it up. We'll watch it. And we won't talk. We'll just watch it.
Yeah, there'll be no audio.
Right, we're just going to sync up the time now. Going to count you in. 10, 11, 12. Right, sync it up. Okay. Oh, do you remember this bit, Bob?
Yeah, I actually saw it a few years ago. They played it on the big screen in Melbourne. And I went with a mate.
Get fucked.
It was fucking good fun. Like, everybody there was just like saying all the lines and yelling out and stuff. It was fucking the best. Yeah.
I was just fucking literally reminiscing last night about where we saw T2 in 3D last year. I was just like, fuck, we saw that movie in 3D, and I was just like flashing back to it. And I was like, oh, it was so good. We
should go and ask the Star Theatre guys if they'll put on Turtles for us.
Well, they're playing Deadpool 2 at the moment. Ooh. So yeah, I wouldn't mind like talking to those guys. I wonder if they'd ever want to come on the show and just sit around and shoot the shit. about the theater and that, and be like, right, can we get like a horror movie night like once a thing, or can we get Ninja Turtles or something like that?
Yeah.
Can we do like a cult movie night like once a month, where you do like a double feature or some shit like that?
All their lineup so far feels very highbrow. Like, I feel like we could get in there and bring it down.
Yeah, there's a lot of like arty films and that. But even if they just did like once a month, like on a Saturday night, we're going to do like a cult film night. Yeah. Right, we're going to do fucking Paul Verhoeven night. We're going to play RoboCop and then Starship Troopers back to back. Fuck yes. Bring the beers.
Bearded Geeks presents.
Bearded Geeks presents RoboCop.
We'll pick the fucking movies for them. And
yeah, fuck yeah. I'll be down for that. Ninja Turtles. Let's fucking watch Ninja Turtles and then Out of the Shadows after that.
Oh, awesome. We're just pinging ideas in the middle of the show. This is great.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Let's call those guys. Yeah. Let's send them an email. That's the end of the news. That's all I've got.
Sweet.
Let's talk about E3. It happened like 3 weeks ago by the time this comes up. We haven't really had a chance to talk about it, but fucking hell, the chat was going off. Like, the three of us were like, I wasn't getting any work done because I was just watching E3 all day.
I know.
I imagine you were the same.
I was fucking hopeless. Like, I had a lot of work to do that day and got nowhere. Like, it was fucking ridiculous. Because all the trailers now, all the gameplay footage and trailers are like 9, 8 minutes long, 12 minutes.
I know.
I'm like, you can't look away because there's just like, it's constantly awesome. Like, just keeps getting better and better. Yeah, I loved fucking this year's E3. I've heard a lot of people go, oh, it was one of the worst E3s ever. It was
Fuck off, terrible. Man. It was literally one of the best. Like, last year was pretty shit compared to this.
Yeah. I think back to last year and I'm like, I can't really remember much other than Spider-Man was the only one that really blew my socks off. And then this year, Spider-Man like did barely anything for me compared to fucking so much other shit out there. Like, I'm digging on Spider-Man. I'm gonna like it.
Yeah, I watched that trailer.
Yep.
Here's the thing about Spider-Man. Let me go off on a rant.
Here we go. I love it.
I don't hate the game. It looks fucking great.
Yep.
The trailer the other day was great. All the villains in that look cool. Scorpion, Electro, Vulture.
Yep.
They all look fucking great. Mr. Negative looks awesome. I'm so glad that they're bringing in villains from the more recent sort of comic stories and that, so the last 10 or 15 years. Mm-hmm. I'm really digging that. The problem I have is I've pretty much played every Spider-Man, probably 90% of Spider-Man games since probably 1998.
Yep.
Played the PS1 games, I played all the PS2 games, PS3 games, I played Shattered Dimensions. I played fucking all of them, except for the couple of kiddie ones and that came out, like the fuck, whatever it was, Web of Enemies or whatever the fuck it was, real kiddie versions and that.
Yep.
But I've played pretty much every single Spider-Man game the last 20 years because I'm a massive Spider-Man fan from when I was a kid and whatever. So I played them all.
Yep.
Everyone talks about Spider-Man 2. That was the pinnacle of Spider-Man games because that was when we got like realistic web slinging and kind of open world-ish, air quotes. So everyone talks about Spider-Man 2. The problem I have with every Spider-Man game since is that in roundabout sort of ways, they all pretty much feel like the same game.
Yep.
The example I made, like Batman, for example.
Yep.
Batman, the way he is set out, he's a billionaire. He's a martial artist dude. He relies on gadgets and vehicles and all this sort of shit. You can make a new Batman game. You can change the fighting style. You can always create new gadgets. There are always new gadgets, new weapons, new versions of Batarangs and that you can bring out.
Yep.
You know, you can bring out all that new tech stuff and that. The problem with Spider-Man is that his story was always more interesting than his powers and abilities. Mm-hmm. So the story of Peter Parker, this kid, you know, with his dual identity and that, this secret identity.
See Patty just like flipping out here and there.
You shut up and listen, Patty. But there are only like 3 things that Spider-Man can do. He's strong and fast and can flip around. He can shoot webs and he can swing on webs. Now, they pretty much nailed web swinging in Spider-Man 2. That was 14 years ago. Now, I don't know how many ways you can change web swinging. There's no real way that you can make it new. Yep. You can make a Spider-Man game look nice. You can make the graphics look amazing. You can make it feel more fluid. You can make the combat a little, pretty much more fluid.
Yep.
So, like, quick, hit this button to tap around and flip around. There's no real way you can actually be Spider-Man in a game. There's no real way that they can actually manipulate and that and do that. You can make it more fluid and stuff and link moves and that together. but you're not really actually doing it. You're just kind of doing button combinations.
Yeah.
Hit X to flip and do this move, and then web this guy with this button and all that sort of stuff. So there's no real ways you can do it. So all Spider-Man games kind of feel the same, regardless. Like, this game looks great.
It's the same thing with like Assassin's Creed. Sort of like the first couple of times you played that game, the parkour felt amazing and awesome. But then after like 5 or 6 games, you start to realize you're just running, like pressing forward, holding run, and then holding A button to do everything.
And automatically does it all itself.
Yeah, and then you
and
start
they
to
didn't
see
change
through
a lot of those mechanics from game to game. They were literally all the same movesets and stuff.
Yep. So yeah, like after a while, it does just kind of wear off, and you're just sort of left going, well, what now? Or the challenge is gone, kind of thing.
Like, I don't doubt it'll be a great game. It looks great.
Yeah.
I really want to get it. I'm definitely going to get it. I'll play the fuck out of it.
Me too. I love the look of it. Like, yeah.
But yeah, there's just not much new that you can do with the Spider-Man game, aside from making it look flashier. The graphics are better.
Yeah.
The controls are more intuitive. It feels better to play.
Yeah, yeah.
Whereas, like a Batman game, you can have new gadgets, you can have new versions of the Batmobile, Batcycle, whatever, new combat sort of thing in that. But, yeah, Spider-Man, it's very limited what he can do. There's only so many ways you can change the same thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Sort of thing. Like, I don't doubt it'll be good, it'll be great. I'm gonna get it. I'm definitely getting it, because I'm the Spider-Man guy. But, yeah, it's not like, it looks really good and it's great, but it didn't blow me out of the water.
Yeah.
At E3. Not like some other stuff.
I'm the same.
Now, for our E3 stuff, at the end, I want you to save what you think is your best of E3 to the end.
Okay.
And then sell it to me.
All
why it was the best of E3. Convince me.
Yep.
And if you convince me, you're going to win a prize.
Ooh.
Now,
Who am I
Russell was meant to be here tonight, but he dropped out because he had dad duty, so this doesn't really work because it was going to be between the two of yous. But it's just going to be you. So you're going to sell it to me. Well, you get a mystery prize.
What if I give like a really shit answer and then I don't win the prize? You'll be like,
then you don't get the prize. You don't even find out what it is.
Oh, man. Fuck.
Let's talk about Death Stranding.
Okay.
Still no idea what this fucking game's about.
No,
we're going to show gameplay. It's literally just people hiking over hills and shit, and carrying like levitating little trolleys and shit.
Yeah, I think he works for Uber Eats or something.
It looks really good, but I got no fucking idea what's going on.
Yeah, and how fucking interesting it's going to be. Like, is it really going to be hours of walking around landscapes?
I've got no idea. What do you do? Like, I've got no idea.
No idea. I want to know more.
But it's really fucking intriguing.
Yeah, yeah, because it's fucking strange. I think I watched it twice in a row, and the first time, you're just watching it going, the fuck? But then I'm trying to piece things together on the second watch, but it's still fucking confused the shit out of me.
No.
I don't know.
Norman Reedus looks great, though.
Yeah. But Kojima's, like, always done that for me. I've you're a massive Metal Gear fan.
Of course I am.
Huge. I have never really been able to connect into his games as much, I think, because it's just like, it's too fucking strange for me. I don't know what it is. And he flashes his name up in his games like 40,000 times as well.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, yeah, I've read your name. I know who you are. He plays the credits like every fucking cutscene, basically. But yeah, I am intrigued by this. But I think at the same time it might Metal Gear me and just be too weird and send me away.
He put himself into Metal Gear 5 Ground Zeroes.
Did he?
Yeah. There was this extra mission where you had to save, as a communications guy or something like that. You had to break into the base and save him. And then when you get to the base, he takes his helmet off and it's Hideo Kojima with his trendy style glasses on. I think there was like a little caption that come up that said like the brand of sunglasses or the glasses he was wearing. And he just looks straight down the camera. He's like, "What took you so long?" And I'm like, Kojima, he's in his own game.
Of course he is. He's written his name on every fucking wall of the place.
Yeah. I love Metal Gear. I'm going to throw a game out. Skull and Bones.
Oh, this is one I didn't see, so tell me about it.
It's pretty much Black Flag, all the ship stuff.
Yep.
The piratey ship stuff where you go around, you fight other ships.
Mm-hmm.
It's that. The entire game is that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's pretty much just like pirate ship combat and shit. Looks fucking great.
Yeah, cool.
They had a cinematic trailer in that.
You reckon it's going to be enough to hold a game together? I mean,
Nah.
Black Flag.
Nah, probably not.
No, I was going to say, yeah.
But it looks good. I'm intrigued all the same.
Yep.
Cuphead's getting some DLC as well. That was really fucking cool to see.
Yeah, yeah.
Can't remember what it was called. I didn't write it down. God, I'm a shit.
Yeah.
Bleep that.
Jug Lady? No, Chug Lady.
Chug. Electric Kettle Lady. Fallout 76.
Here we go. Fuck, I wish Paddy was here to talk about this.
Yeah, he's not here.
He's a little dirty on the online thing, I think.
Yeah, he does it. He likes to lone wolf it. He likes to... Fallout is the kind of game, though, where you can... It's kind of like a solitary experience.
It is, but like, how many years have we really been sitting there kind of going, imagine if you could play Fallout with the two of us, like, wandering around the wasteland. Like, I'm pretty sure I've said that to Hales several times over the years. And you guys and stuff. Like, I think it's something we've all kind of wanted, and now we get it, and we're sort of like,
a bit dirty on it.
Yeah.
I did find out, though, that the amount of players you can have to a server is 24.
Yep.
So whatever game you play, there'll only be a maximum of 24 people on the map. And when you bring up your map, it'll show you where everyone is.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, you can just choose to go that way and help people or kill them or whatever. But like
I almost wish they didn't show up on the map at all. You just they were almost more like random encounters if you found other players. Then, you know, people can't chase you down and you can't chase them down. It's just more of a, shit, someone's shooting a laser rifle over there. What is that?
Yeah, I'm going to go back this way.
Yeah, and then you find out it's a Deathclaw with a laser.
And then the mini nukes coming at you.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It'd be interesting to see. I'm kind of keen.
I'm kind of keen, but my problem is I haven't finished any Fallout game I've started.
Ever?
I bought Fallout 3 Game of the Year Edition.
Yeah.
Never finished it.
Wow.
So I don't know where my dad is, Liam Neeson. I started Fallout 4. Reasons I stopped playing that. I don't know where my kid is.
So
I told one of my co-workers, Nat, who's a massive Fallout fan,
Yeah.
and we're talking about Fallout 4, and I was like, oh, you know, I stopped playing it. Like, I never finished it. And she's like, so you don't know where your kid is? Your kid's lost out there, and you don't know... Oh, yeah, I guess.
So you never found Liam Neeson, and then...
Never found
and then
Liam
you
Neeson.
became Liam Neeson and never found your kid.
Yeah.
What about Vegas? New Vegas?
Never played Vegas.
Oh, mate, that was one of the best ones.
Yeah, so everyone keeps saying.
As buggy as it was at launch, and, you know, still to this day probably is, it was fucking great, the factions and stuff in that game. Like, it really was Fallout 3.5, but, fuck, like, I found it was the most interesting kind of different factions that you had, and you could really fuck with the world a lot more, I felt like, in that one. More than 4.
Is it backwards compatible on the one?
Yep.
I might get on the Xbox One then. Or Xbox 360 game and, play backwards comp.
Actually, I've got it on disc. I'll lend it to you. You can...
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, it's sick. It's really good. She's probably a bit old and dusty these days, but...
Tattered.
Yeah.
Scratched. Pissed on.
That blows my mind. I can't believe it.
I said that to Russell the other week. He asked me if he could borrow my copy of Batman Ninja to watch. He's like, because my missus is really into it. Is it all right if I borrow your copy? I said, yeah, sure. Just don't piss on it. And he laughed his ass off. You still got to bring that back too, Russell. I'm still waiting for that. I think you watched it the day I lent it to you. You got to bring it back. You still got my copy of American Gods too.
Oh, I do too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I never. That's another one. That's one I didn't finish.
Yeah.
About halfway through it, and I don't know. Does it get better towards the end?
Yeah, it picks up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doom Eternal. Now this is good because I actually really liked the Doom remake from 2 years ago.
Yep.
Fucking great game, but it makes me want to spew every time I play it.
Really?
It is that fucking fast. Like, the fast-paced combat, that, like, you spin around, like, I play that for 2 or 3 minutes, I start to get real fucking nauseous. When I started playing that game, I got through it, obviously, but when I started playing, I was playing for a couple of minutes, I'm like, this movement is way too fast, like, it's making me nauseous. I had to drop the sensitivity down to, like, 30%.
Wow.
And even then, it was still really fast. I tried reinstalling it and playing it like probably 12 months later. And I started to play it. I got through the first couple of missions, but it was just making me nauseous when I was playing it. I was like,
is it 60 frames a second as well? Is it
yeah.
run that quick?
Yeah, 60 FPS, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So it's smooth as butter.
Yep.
But fucking just, it's too quick and it's whipping around and it makes me a bit nauseous.
Right. I wonder what the VR one would be like then. That'd be fucking
fuck.
Jesus.
I'll be spewing my guts up. I really want to get VR so I can play Resident Evil 7.
Oh, yeah, I heard that.
That'd be fucked.
Intense, yeah.
Yeah. Doom Eternal. Looking forward to that. Obviously, trailer is pretty dark, pretty gritty.
Yep.
Lots of hellscapes and shit. And Doom Guy. Didn't you watch it?
No, I don't think
so. It was just a cinematic. You didn't really miss much.
Okay, yeah.
The title's cool.
I
like
assume
the logo
it was
design.
probably just going to be sort of like more Doom kind of thing.
Yeah.
There's not much you can really change the formula of Doom. It's chuck you on a fucking planet and kill heaps of demons.
They had the first photos out from the new Doom film the other week. I sent them to you. It's very
Doom film? Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, it's very concerning. The Rock's not in it though. It's just a shame.
I remember going to see Doom here way back in the day.
Did you go to see it? I bought it on DVD.
I don't remember anything except for they played 9 Inch Nails in the credits. That's it.
Those were the days.
Yeah.
Days Gone.
I
watched the gameplay. What was it, like 15 minutes of gameplay? That looks really fucking good.
This is the one with the zombies and the motorbike riding and
yeah, you play with the biker and shit.
Yeah.
Sam Witwer.
Yeah, I'm digging that. That looks pretty cool.
I like you've got like the choice options, like the consequences and shit and that. You decide to kill this person or let them go. That'll affect, later on in the game and stuff.
Yep.
But the thing that really got me, like when he's riding around on the bike, like the bike mechanics in that looks smooth as fucking silk. Like it looks really good. Like, damn, that's like some of the like best bike maneuvering in that I've ever seen. That's
that was
fucking
really
great.
impressive. It looks like you can do some really cool shit to that bike too. Like
Upgrade the fuck out of it, customize it. Yeah, it looks really fucking cool. I'm actually looking forward to that more now than ever.
Yeah.
After seeing that gameplay trailer.
Yeah, definitely.
What else? We just breezing over stuff here. Fuck, this was actually a big surprise. Dying Light 2.
Yeah. That one really kind of blew me out of the water. Because we just started playing the other one.
Yeah, the first
together.
one. Yeah, like we just started playing the first one, but this one, again, like another choice system, like the choices you make really affect like the game outcome. Do you choose to help kind of like these authority figures get the water switch back on? If you do that, you have access to the water and you get more health, but all these guys, they're like shit blokes. Or if you choose to help out these bloody mercenary guys and team up with them, you get access to whatever, but on the flip side, all these gangs and shit and that start coming into the city, so you've got to deal with them. So there's kind of like risk and reward, pros and cons for every sort of situation. And the city changes depending on your choices, and that was really cool.
That was pretty impressive.
It's pretty fucking, it sold me on that, really.
Yeah, because playing the first one, like, Dying Light.
Dying Light.
The following. We haven't played the following bit yet.
No, we haven't got that far yet.
But yeah, playing the Dying Light main bit of the game, like, I'm digging it. The city's pretty cool and stuff, but at the same time, it kind of just feels like another Dead Island. Like,
yes.
It just, like, not much has really changed since the first iteration to now. Except for, the parkour's a hell of a lot more interesting.
Yeah, it plays a lot better. The story's definitely better.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, we haven't got up to the following part, the DLC part, with the vehicles and shit. They say that's the best part. That's better than the main game.
But this second game, Dying Light 2, like, it seems like a tonal shift in everything. Like, it seems not really like all these other games. There is going to be zombies in it, but it kind of seems more like maybe there's more time has passed and people have killed a lot of the zombies or something. I don't know. And there's more focus on the actual city itself and the humans who are living in it. So, yeah, it'd be interesting to see, like, if it still feels the same as these other games, like that kind of samey vibe, or if they're but like from the footage, it feels like a kind of different game than the other ones. So
yeah, it feels totally different.
Yeah. So
set in that same sort of world, but yeah, it feels very far removed from the first game.
And lots of replayability too, if they're changing the world state that much. So
very cool. Anthem.
Oh yeah, Anthem.
They had another one of those trailers where it was like they had all the fucking executives sit around pretending to be regular people, like in the first trailer.
You know,
they're like,
"Why do they do that?
Do you want to do that mission?" Like, no, let's wait for Gary on the weekend so he can get the XP. Yeah, sure.
Oh, fucking
use your missiles.
The Division did that as well.
Oh yeah, that was shit as
fucking cringy.
That was fucking shit.
Oh my god,
that was so shit.
Games companies, just fucking like listen to us.
We just want to see your game. We don't try to fucking sell it to us as like we can play it with all our friends and this is what it's going to be like when you play, because it's not. Just sell us. We only care about the fucking game. Like, let us worry about that part.
Your voiceover
just show us the game.
Your voiceover artists have clearly never played video games before, because that's not how we sound when we fucking play our games.
Yeah.
Like we
fucking get him, shoot him. Oh fuck, I'm dead.
Fuck,
what are you doing?
Shit ass.
Paddy, you playing as a medic? Get over and fucking heal me. Oh, fuck me dead. Oh. What are you doing running? We're going this way. Let's go this which way? This way.
Fucking cash your shit in later. We don't have all night.
Don't stand around and fucking... come on, man. Like, I want to get this done. I've only got an hour to play. Stop standing there going through your inventory.
That's what your fucking voiceover should sound like if you're going to do a demo at E3.
That's like when we were playing Dying Light. Like, I'm like, come on, Pat, let's go do this bit. Let's run up there. And he's like, oh, hang on, I'm just going to check my weapons. And you see him just standing there. And you can tell he's... I'm just sitting there like, come on.
I'll kill all the fucking zombies while you're
yeah, don't worry about it. I'll fucking do it. Whatever. Jesus, come on. But yeah, it's definitely not like... That's not how real people play with voiceovers.
And us gamers can see straight fucking through it. So just don't do it. Don't even put voices in.
Like, you just worry about the dollar figures and the bottom line and the marketing and that. You let us worry about the rest.
Yeah.
Looks pretty cool. I just like fucking robot suits and flying around and shooting shit.
Yeah.
I'll buy Anthem. I don't know how it's going to turn out, but I'll fucking get it.
Yeah.
They get me on the whole Iron Man thing. I just want to have like a fucking sick mech suit that I can customize the shit out of.
Yeah.
And play with my friends.
Yeah, I think, just having those core mechanics is kind of, and the graphics that it's fucking pumping out too.
So pretty.
Are kind of like worth the price of admission.
And there was not enough Dorito eating. Like when I play games with you guys online, I'm like, fucking listen to this. Listen to these Doritos. Somebody's opening a bag of chips. You're like, oh, what kind of chips you got, mate? Oh, fucking Doritos. Fuck, I'd love some of them right now.
Yeah, there's always one motherfucker with a big bag of chips.
Yeah, big bag of chips. And the
rest of us are sitting there hungry. Just like,
they're sitting there. You're like, fuck, I better get another beer. Hang on. Just gotta go get another beer. I'll be back in a minute. Oh, fuck, I've just gotta go over piss. I'll be back in a minute. Fuck it. Every time.
Sounds like an average night of recording a podcast.
Fuck it. You got a spare one of those beers over there? You're making me thirsty now.
Oh, I certainly do. Get a furphy in you.
Oh, you're a shit. Oh, give that here. Thanks, mate.
Oh, twisty.
Oh. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers.
Man,
it says refreshing ale on the
fucking
label.
Refreshing is the word.
Yeah.
What were we talking about? Piss breaks and Doritos.
Oh yeah.
Piss breaks, Doritos. I need another beer. What else have we got here? Control. Now, did you see the trailer for Control?
Yeah. So I breezed through that one because it was largely like there wasn't much sort of narrative or anything going on.
No, not really.
But it looked fucking pretty sweet.
It's from Remedy. So the original makers of Max Payne 1 and 2.
Yep.
Alan Wake.
Yep.
And Quantum Break.
Yep.
It looks really cool.
I wonder, I would not be surprised at all if it's set in the same world as all those other games, because like
The
Alan
MCUing
Wake comes in. Well, there's like mentioning. I haven't played enough of Quantum Break yet to know fully, but there is like a university lecture hall that's got Alan Wake shit all over the board.
Oh, wow.
Stuff. And he goes like, "Oh, Alan Wake, I love that guy's writing and stuff." So like,
that was a good game.
Yeah, so I'd say that they're gonna build that all into that world as well. But
Cool.
Yeah, it looks cool. Like,
she has this gun. It's like it's kind of like made. It looks like it's made out of blocks and shit. You can reconfigure it into like different guns with different abilities and stuff. And you have like, we'll say, lack of a better word, like psychic abilities and shit. Like one of your powers is, say, there's like all rubble and stuff nearby. Guys are shooting at you. You can use your ability to pick up all this rubble in front of you and use it like a shield.
Yep.
And obviously picking up. Like with telekinetics and fucking throwing shit and all that, reconfiguring. I watched a video on that with one of the game developers and that. You know how you play a game and you walk through an area and you're like, you see this door but you can't get through it yet because you need something. You're like, oh, I must get that later in the game and come back and I can go through that door. He said it's kind of like that. Like you'll go through a corridor and stuff and make your way to a different part of the game. But later on down the track, when you come back, you'll go through there. But
so it's like a Metroid kind of.
But the rooms are kind of like the gun. They're like the blocks and shit. So they'll reconfigure when you come back. So there'll be new passages and that open that you can go and do like side missions and stuff and that down there. The one thing that kind of got me is like I was watching all these E3 videos and stuff and like looking at all these graphics and these character models and facial animations and stuff. And then they showed the main character from Control. There's this shot where it kind of like it's on her gun and then it pans up to her face and she just looks like she has like a block, like a motionless face. It doesn't look like it meets up with like the rest of the graphics of all these other games that they're showing at E3.
Yep. Yeah, it's funny because Quantum Break, they like modeled off real actors and stuff, and they went quite over the top trying to make them look as perfect as they can. Like you can't help but see Peter Baelish with the bad guy in Quantum Break and stuff. So, but maybe that's part of her character. Who knows? I don't know.
Yeah, she's got a blockhead.
Yeah, you don't really know much about this game yet. They didn't really give a lot away, did it? So, yeah.
Let's talk about this, because this was big for me, because we're both playing Assassin's Creed Origins at the moment. And we're both loving it. We're loving the shit out of it.
I fucking love that game.
It was a big step in the right direction for this franchise, but they announced, like, fully Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which started production a year after Assassin's Creed Origins did. So halfway through Assassin's Creed Origins production, Assassin's Creed Odyssey started. So they've picked up on like what they were doing, and they have the year after Origins has come out. So picking up like a lot of fan feedback, what worked, what didn't work, and integrating that into their game. This game looks fucking outstanding, and I can't wait.
I saw a lot of backlash on game sites and stuff, and
fuck those people.
The comments section is always this fucking horrible shit, and I don't know why I even venture down there really. But a lot of people are like, it's not even an Assassin's Creed game anymore.
Because you're a fucking masochist.
There's no fucking hidden blade and blah blah. It's like, I actually I've been wanting to not be an Assassin's Creed game for a long time.
Yeah.
It's fine. I think it's fucking, like, the setting's going to be awesome. The fact that it's like 300 or 400 years before Origins too.
Yeah,
it's going to be fucking sick.
So the way they're tying it into Assassin's Creed is that the weapon that your character have, because you can choose either male or a female character, I don't know how to pronounce it, Alexios and Cassandra, so male and female character. You have like this, it kind of looks like a spear, like a spearhead, kind of like on a blade or whatever, but like the previous civilization that they always go back to in Assassin's Creed games, like the advanced, like previous civilization, this was one of their weapons or one of their items and that. So that's how it kind of ties into Assassin's Creed lore. But I think this game looks fucking outstanding. They're going full RPG with it. Character models look fucking beautiful. Like a massive step up even from Origins. Like Bayek and that look great in that game, but just to like look to see like Cassandra's like facial model and stuff and the NPCs and that, it just looks so good. And to have like a sun-drenched like setting, like a what is it, like Mediterranean, like Greek setting and stuff. And you play as a Spartan in that as well. And you get the big fucking 300 Spartan kick in that you can do.
Yeah, I'm fucking looking.
Did you watch the gameplay footage?
Bits and pieces. I didn't get to
where you can you hold in L1 and then you've got the 4 options, up, down, left, or right to choose what move and that you want to do.
Oh no, I didn't see that.
Yeah,
Fuck.
it's kind of like a WWE game. They brought in that, so you hold in a button, then you get 4 options off that.
Oh, shit.
So down, Spartan kick, and rights, whatever, and then you've got another 4 moveset from off another button.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, which is really cool. And it seems like they've changed the ability screen and that as well, the ability to upgrade. So you just have trees, because the one in Origins it's pretty good, but it's kind of confusing. And I don't like the cursor action. I like to prefer it's just locked to one and you can just jump between them. I prefer that. This is a floating one, and
yeah, that on consoles is always a bit shit.
Yeah.
That's been a thing. I think Destiny 1 did that.
Fuck Destiny.
And that's sort of started that trend for the fucking games, and I hate it. And that hold to click an option, you have to hover over with your little mouse cursor first, which already takes fucking ages, and then you got to hold in A for 3 seconds to fucking select something. This is a controller. We know what we're doing. Click.
Yeah. Don't fucking tell me what to do. I know what I'm doing. And don't give me voiceovers either, because that's not how I talk when I'm eating my Doritos and drinking my Furfies.
So you're digging Origins then?
I fucking love it, man.
Yep.
There are even things when I play Origins, there's a couple of small things with combat and whatever, and I'm this is still a little bit off. They could have done this a little bit better, but I'm sure they would have fixed this in Odyssey when it comes out. I don't really buy season passes for games. I would probably just wait 12 months until a Game of the Year edition or a Gold edition or a Complete edition comes out. And I'll just buy that. I'll buy the physical media of that. And it all comes with it. This is kind of the first game where I want to buy a season pass for it straight away. And I'm even considering just pre-ordering the Assassin's Creed Odyssey Gold edition so I get the season pass on day one. Because I imagine if that game's going to be better than Origins, I want the season pass content. I want all that additional content. I want to play the fuck out of it. Only problem I have is that game comes out 2 weeks before Red Dead Redemption 2.
Is there any actual benefit to pre-ordering DLC though?
Not really. But they got me with Red Dead 2 because I'm a fucking sucker.
It's what's the point? If it's downloadable, then
Yeah, but I don't know if I'm going to get all this content. And I only get the last Red Dead game I got was nearly 10 years ago, and that's my favorite game ever. And I'm I need that content. I've got to have it.
Then buy it when it comes out.
No, but what if I don't get it?
What if it's shit? Or they?
It doesn't matter because I'm a sucker and they've got me. They've got me. They got the claws in me.
What if they get halfway through and they go, "Oh, we'll just release this kind of half-assed DLC instead of the proper."
Don't say that. Rockstar got to look after me.
Look,
I'll admit, I
stand.
bought a couple of shark cards on GTA 5 Online. I admit it. I probably bought 2.
That's all right, though, because you're buying it to purchase something that already exists. My gripe is, pre-ordering games. Just don't do it, people. Don't do it. Wait till the game is out and then buy it. You know that the game is of a certain standard and quality, and it exists, and it's not, there's no point to pre-order.
That's the problem they have, though, EB Games here in Australia, which is owned by, GameSpot, or whatever they are in the US. Shadow of the Colossus was coming out, and that was a game I really wanted to play, but I didn't necessarily want to pre-order it. I'll just go in there and get it on the day. I went in there to get it, and they had none, because no one pre-ordered it, and they only sent, a very small amount. They probably only sent 5 or 10 copies, because no one pre-ordered it. So they assumed no one wanted it. And then they sold out in an hour, I think. Luckily for me, I got it at another shop earlier on in the morning. But yeah, when I went there, everyone had sold out, and they were sold out for a week or two. Same with Crash Bandicoot and stuff when that came out. That was insane when that hit. No one imagined that would have been as big as it was, because every man and his dog and mum and dad and kid and that wanted that game. And that fucking sold out quick, everywhere. You had to wait 2 or 3 weeks for more copies to come in. Yeah. Oh, we're getting another 5 next week. Oh, they're already gone, though. They're already gone, though. You gotta wait another month. Fucking hell.
I'd literally just pay the extra $10 and buy it on, digital sale if I had to. If I wanted the game that bad. Rather than buying it from a retailer and pre-ordering it. Fucking pre-ordering. It creates this fucking hole in the industry where they get all this cash up front and then they just burn through it, and release. That's why they keep getting these like half-ass releases all the time, is because they patch everything post-game, is because they've already got their money off you.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucked. Or they're making projections off the pre-orders, and it's like, rather than just making a great game and fucking seeing the rewards of making a great game, they're trying to forecast before it's even out, like how much money they're going to make.
Pre-ordering is very shit.
Dirty game.
I tend, if I'm going to pre-order a game, generally I do it probably 3 or 4 days before it's going to come out, just to guarantee that I've got a copy. Like when God of War we were building up to God of War, and I'm like, this game's going to be fucking huge. I don't want to miss out on this. So I think I pre-ordered it like 3 days before it was to come out.
Yeah.
Just to, guarantee that I'd get my hands on one. Because I think, Shadow of the Colossus came out previous, and that sold out really quick. But yeah, like, it's not worth it. Like, I've pre-ordered like big editions before, like fucking 10 years ago, 12 years ago, whatever, when Modern Warfare 2 was coming out. I pre-ordered the massive fucking $200 box where you got the night vision goggles and shit in that as well. Waste of fucking money. Absolute waste of money.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, but there are editions out there that I do want. Like, I really wish I pre-ordered the Last of Us edition where you got the Joel and Ellie statue, because that would have been real nice.
Yeah. I'll do it very occasionally if I'm planning on buying digital. I think like I did it with Fallout, it's like Fallout 4 came out and like everybody wants to play that fucking game on the day that it drops. So I like pre-ordered it the night before just so I could download, like pre-download the game.
Yep.
So then when it's unlocked, I was like, yep.
It's ready to go.
But generally as a rule, I fucking don't go near it because it just creates this bad fucking cycle of culture of money and bad shit going on. Yeah.
I'm down to my last couple of games here.
Ooh, let's do it. We went way off tangent there.
I've got 3 games. The last one is my pick of E3, and then I might get you to give me yours, which I'm pretty sure I already know what it is.
Yeah.
Cyberpunk 2077.
Mm-hmm.
How many times have you watched that?
Probably about 4.
I'll probably watch it about 10 or 12.
Yeah, shit.
It was fucking sick. And that track on there, Spoiler by Hyper, or DJ Hyper as he goes by.
Yep.
That was such a fucking good fit for that trailer. And I love synth in that as well. Like, you heard me last year, like, when we were doing Drop the Beard and stuff, and Perturbator and everything in that, and, a lot of synth in that I do. I got Patty into synth. I'll take credit for that.
Yep.
Or should I take credit for that? But no,
that's all he listens to. He has no other...
Yeah,
nothing else.
I don't know, man. The last year and a half, 2 years, I've just really gotten into synth and dark synth and synthwave. And
Paddy actually gave me like this massive stack of CDs about 6 months ago, and he's like, "I don't listen to any of this anymore." He's like, "Do you want it?" And I was like, "Yeah, all right. I don't listen to CDs really anymore anyway, but I'll take them."
Except
he's
in
like,
the car.
I'll just listen to my synth on Spotify now.
Yeah, but I love synth, but Cyberpunk looks fucking right up my alley.
Yep.
The only problem is I don't know when I'm going to get it.
And
the other problem I have is...
I don't mind.
The other problem I have, Robert, is that a lot of Aussie journalists and that played it at E3 and stuff, and they were writing articles and posting and shit that they're very worried that this game is probably not going to make it through Australian classification. Because we have the problem at the moment, the Australian Classification Board, when it comes to video games and stuff, they're very hard on games that have drug use in games that lead to rewards, or kind of like drug use as a reward system.
Yep.
Which is why We Happy Few was banned. Because, one of the core mechanics of that game is you got to take this pill called Joy, and that pretty much an integral part of the gameplay and, advancing the story.
Whole fucking...
That is the whole game.
The game, yeah.
Which is why if that game continues to be banned, I'm just going to buy a copy from the UK and get it over here.
Well, that's it. There's always ways to circumvent it. I mean, you just switch your fucking PSN store to the US and buy it off.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'll do.
But there are some drug-related kind of use things in Cyberpunk. There's like kind of like this inhaler in that you take in the game, which was in the original board game, like the RPG board game, which they've, transferred over into this as well. But yeah, they're very worried. There's like, there's that, the violence and stuff, is violent, but we could get past that. But there's a lot of nudity, apparently, graphic nudity. So it's very worrying. I'm just like, that's what I said to Pat the other day. I was like, can you imagine like The Witcher 3 coming out and we didn't get it because of some stupid like Geralt's fucking smoking reefer to get through a story plot or something like that?
Well, they just got to like cut out all these fucking story chunks, which they do in games.
Yeah, the same with the first South Park game, Stick of Truth.
They just whacked a fucking sad koala in there.
Yeah, they put a sad koala in there, put a caption in there, but played all the sound and that still in the background.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Oh, they play like didgeridoos and stuff and that as well. Had this koala like crying and shit. Yeah. It looks fantastic. I'm nervous though about, it being banned in Australia. But yeah, I would still just get it from somewhere else.
Yeah.
Like, you can't fucking stop me. Same with Game of Thrones. Like, I'm not paying $60 a month for fucking Foxtel just to watch 4 episodes a month when I can just illegally download it from the internet. Fuck you very much.
Well, you could, if you're going to upgrade your fucking PC in the next few months, like, just buy it off good old games or Steam.
Yeah.
It'll be on there. You can avoid fucking classification through that way.
True that. Or, like I say, just buy it from the UK.
Yeah.
Because we get Power version games and that over there as well. Just get it sent over.
Yeah.
That's what I'll do. Cyberpunk looks absolutely fantastic. Can't wait. Fucking love the trailer. Looks so good. The world, fucking CD Projekt Red and their world building is just so good. Everything in that trailer just looks so fucking cool.
Yeah.
And apparently, you get like different clothes and stuff that like, say like you'll get a jacket. You can wear different jackets and stuff, but you go to do, say, a side mission or whatever, but your street cred isn't high enough. Whereas you can change your jacket, which has a higher street cred level, so then you get that on, now you can do that mission. It opens up that mission.
Was there any gameplay footage that came from that E3, or was it
There was no gameplay footage, but they did have like gameplay demo on that a lot of like journalists and stuff and that played. The game is in first person as well.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah. Because that's been sort of like the only sticking point in my mind is like, how is this game going to actually play? Because you only really sort of get a glimpse of the world, but how's this going to control? Because that's my one little tiny gripe with The Witcher was the controls. Just felt really clunky. But
especially in the beginning when the game first landed and that as well.
Oh, yeah.
They patched the fuck out of that game after it come out.
Yeah.
Yeah, like now it plays really well.
Yeah, yeah.
But in the beginning, it was like Geralt was like a Sherman tank.
Yeah, trying to fucking like loot something and you just like fucking turn around. Oh, shit.
Oh, I've overturned.
Oh, fucking now I'm in the river.
Try and turn around again.
What are you doing, Roach? I got a good video of Roach the other week. I was playing a bit of Witcher again, fired it up, and I turned around to find my horse doing push-ups on a fucking post.
I got a great video of Roach last year. I think I was in Velen, and I fought some drowners down by the river, and I killed them kind of just like on the beach, kind of like on the river's edge. And Geralt was kind of like sort of not facing the river, but the camera was facing the river. And then I whistled for Roach, and then I kind of looked around, I kind of panned around to like from the trees in the road to look for him, and then I heard and I panned the camera around, and here he comes like out of the river. He's just like the river, like he was completely immersed in the river. He was just like walked up out. So I was just like, oh, Roach.
It's Atreyu. Was that the horse's name? Atreyu?
Yeah, Atreyu, yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Drowned in the swamps of sadness.
He never drowned. He just came back out. He's like, I'm in Velen now.
That's where they got the inspiration for Roach.
Yeah.
The Last of Us Part 2.
Oh, man. I heard Patty's orgasm from the other side of town when that trailer dropped. Holy shit. Like, I watched that 2 times in a row, just back to back.
Yeah, I watched it. Shit. It came out and I was at work, but I was like, I can't watch this on my phone. I have to wait to get home. I got home, had a shower, got my lunch ready, shut all the blinds, found the 4K trailer, put it on my telly.
Got the tissues out.
Got me doona. I was like, right. All comfy.
ZK
and I was like, click, put it on. And just, that opening scene, like the dancing scene. at the start, like with Ellie and that, and like the weird kissing. They'll never get kissing in games, right? Because it's kind of okay. I've kissed a lot of girls in my day, and I know what it sounds like when you do certain actions when you're kissing someone, and it doesn't really line up to like the real world. I don't know how many girls you've kissed in your day, or boys, if that's your thing, Bob, but but it doesn't match up. There's a little bit like, yeah, it's good though. It's really good, yeah. But where they do, what's that line?
It was pretty damn impressive for a CG animated kiss. Like I don't think it's ever been quite as detailedly pressed, the lips and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, it was really good. Like when she's like, "Oh, I'm all on a scale of 1 to 10, like how much do I smell or whatever?" And then she's like, "Oh," she rubs her face up against like all the sweat, and you can see the sweat and that on Ellie and stuff, and yeah,
all that little shit. Like 10 years ago, 20 years ago, would have been just insane. I remember watching actually a video recently of that game Unreal that came out in like 99 or something, and I remember playing that in high school, and it blew my fucking head off. Like when I loaded up the graphics the first time, it was just like these two little flares out the front of this castle when it was spinning around in the menu, and at the time I was like, holy fuck. And I watched it on YouTube like a month ago, and I'm just like, wow.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, holy fuck. And this guy like reads through the manual and stuff, and like how much they fucking talk themselves up. Like they've made the most, like they called their own game Unreal, and they're talking about how fucking, unreal this game actually is, and the amazing graphics, and it's so great. And yeah, now you watch it and you're just like, we have come so fucking far. But like for its time, it was unreal. But yeah, like so. Fast forward to now, where you've got like characters rubbing their faces together and their skin's actually fucking touching and meshing, like
pressing, and
crazy, crazy.
The transition they had where it's panning around, like she says that line, I think they should be afraid of you. They should be very afraid of you. And then they kiss, and the camera pans around like into Ellie's hair, and then it goes dark and it continues to turn, and she's choking out that guy and she's stabbing him in the neck, and just like the damage physics, like when she pulls the knife out, you can see like the open wound on his neck, and then she stabs him again. I'm like, oh my fucking god, I just came in my pants. This looks so fucking
You're
good.
Into some weird shit.
No, man, it just looks fantastic. There's a jump button in the game now.
Yep.
Obviously, because what his name, Neil Druckmann or whatever, said the game's a lot more vertical now.
Yep.
So there's a lot of climbing and stuff and that involved. You can crawl on your belly and shit and that. Just like, yeah, like the damage physics and like the impacts. Like when she's hiding under the bus or the van and she gets down to look and then she shoots her in the head, like the impact is like fucking yeah, it's just so good, man. So fucking good. Can't wait for that game.
I'm really interested to see how it feels when it's actually in your hands, because it feels so perfect at the moment. Like
obviously, yeah, that's not a a true representation of what it's going to be when you actually play it.
I wonder if there was a video, like a gameplay video of the first Last of Us that we'd be able to go back and reference.
Probably.
And compare to the,
probably.
the experience of the actual
we could have a look at that, actually. We'll look that up later. At the beginning of the trailer, the guy comes over and he talks to Ellie and he's like, oh, your old man drilled me earlier today. He's like, about my scouting runs or wherever. He's like, don't go here and, don't do this. Remember not to go there. He's really giving me a hard time. He's like, that's what he's like when he knows you're coming out with me. And I'm like, Joel? Is that Joel? Are you talking about Joel? You'd have to be talking about Joel. Joel's not dead. Like, come on. And I'm just like, I'm trying to piece together maybe what the story might be. And I think perhaps this other girl in the trailer, maybe she gets abducted by like this cult fuckhead guys, and maybe she gets killed by them. And then Ellie just wants to go on a murderous rampage or something like that. Maybe.
Yeah, I think you might be onto something there.
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see. But yeah, Last of Us Part 2, I'm all over it before it's even out. I'm there.
Yeah, I'm there.
There.
Everyone's there. That fucking game.
Absolutely.
That fucking game.
It's a reason to buy a PS4, that game.
Yeah. Yep.
We didn't talk about any Xbox games real quick. Gears 5.
Yeah, Gears looks pretty cool.
Halo Infinite.
Yeah, it looks like it might be a return to the earlier Halo style, but What a fizzle way to fucking bring a new Halo into the fold, huh?
Remember when Halo was the shit?
Yeah.
Remember when Halo 2 was coming out?
All Xbox have to do, like, they didn't even have to do any of that. All they'd have to do is go, oh.
Yeah, that was it.
Oh, and then show a helmet, and everyone would fucking lose their mind, and then that's all you need. But they almost showed, like, too much of nothing with this trailer.
That's true, yeah.
That it was
there's an actual Halo ring in this game, look.
Yeah, and it was almost like, that's how you're coming out of the gate? Like, I gotta say, Xbox did, a much better E3 this year than previously, and they're taking good steps in the right direction. It's just maybe a little too late kind of thing.
I'm going to talk about my best of E3.
Yep.
Resident Evil 2, hands down.
Oh,
absolutely fucking hands down. I messaged you guys like the day before it happened. I'm like, there's a rumor that Resident Evil 2 might be here, the Resident Evil 2 remake, and it was.
I've been fucking really like excited for the prospect of them remaking that for years, because they remade the first one like ages ago, and 2's the only one that I really fully remember from back in the day. I think that's the one I played a lot of. Oh, actually, no, I played through 3 as well. But I think I liked the feel of 2 the most back in the day. It had just that, like, city's gone to fucking shit kind of vibe to it. Yeah, but this one looks so fucking cool, because it's like, it's a remake, but it's kind of like a rebuild. It's like a totally new game. Yeah, I'm fucking digging it. Looks awesome.
The thing that got me is fucking how good it looks. Like, the graphics are fucking insanely good. And Leon's never looked better. Like, he looks so young.
Yeah,
Leon, you look so good. And the thing that really got me is, because I actually mentioned this. Remember when we did our retro gaming episode? And I was like, if you were on a desert island and you only had one game, what would it be? And mine was Resident Evil 2.
Fuck, it was too. Holy shit.
That game, you go back to, like, the PS1 in 98.
Yeah.
And you go through RPD, and it's so well lit. Like, all these corridors, they're all very well lit and everything in that for a PS1 game. This game is like, it's like the power's out. It's completely dark. All you can see is what your torch is illuminating.
Yeah.
And that's fucking terrifying for me.
Yep.
I'm just like, fuck. And these zombies, they're just not like one shot to the head and they go down. But you notice in the trailer, in that, like, in the gameplay trailer and stuff, when you shoot them, you see like chunks and that fly off, which is very cool. It's just like shotgun shots will fucking turn them into mints.
Yeah.
I cannot wait for this game. It looks so good.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for this for years. When it was announced back in 2015 that they were remaking it. Because like I said, I played the first one. I bought it, and then the next week it was for free on PS Plus. I was like, get fucked. But yeah, like, I've been a massive Resident Evil fan. I love survival horror. I love Dead Space. I love the Evil Within. Evil Within 2 was my game of the year last year, if you recall.
Yep.
But yeah, I can't wait for it. Leon and Claire both had their own individual stories in the first game. So they have the scenarios where they run into their own unique people and stuff. But they do cross over, and both campaigns do cover a lot of the same ground, but it may just be a little bit different, just for whichever character you play, and whichever way you put the discs in. But in this one, you do have both campaigns, but they're both unique. They're both unique campaigns.
Yep.
The only, like, the characters do run into each other and cross over in their campaigns, but you don't cover the same ground in both campaigns, and it's not that... like in Resident Evil 0, where both characters are on screen and you can jump between the two characters, like ghosting or whatever it is that they called it.
Yeah.
Looks outstanding. I cannot wait. And the rat's point of view with the PS1 and that.
Yeah, that was cool.
On the shelf and stuff. That was so cool.
Yeah.
Looks great. Cannot wait. Next January.
Yeah, I'm fucking down for that.
I'll be sick. Sure. I'll be sick that day off work. And it's over the shoulder, man. So the Resident Evil 7 engine, but yeah, it's over the shoulder like Resident Evil 4.
Yep.
The money shot in the trailer where he sees the cop and he lifts his head up and he's like jaws being ripped off. That's like my Instagram like profile picture now. I was like, oh, I just love it so much.
That's what got me excited about the game, is the moment that I saw it was Resi 4 over the shoulder style. I was like, fuck yes, they're doing that. Like they're changing the gameplay, but sort of keeping the setting and the story relatively intact. But yeah, I was like, fuck yeah.
You should play Resident Evil 7, man. I reckon you'd dig it.
Yep.
Yeah. First person on that, yeah, very immersive in that as well. It's a good game. It's got that creep factors there.
I haven't played a proper scary game for fucking ages now. I think one of the Dead Space games is probably one of the last sort of horror games I've played.
I still think you should try The Evil Within, man.
Yeah, I've been pretty intrigued by that for a long time. It's just, I feel like I've got to lock myself away for a weekend to really like get into the zone for one of those games.
Yeah.
Those kind of games, yeah. I'm bouncing around a lot of shit at the moment, 20 minutes
juggling,
here,
man.
10
Yeah,
minutes
juggling.
there. Yeah,
definitely.
Yep.
All right. Do you want to tell me what your pick of E3 was and convince me why it was your pick of E3 and why it was so bloody good? And you'll definitely win this prize that's mystery related that you don't even know what it is.
My pick for E3 is one that we haven't talked about yet. Ghosts of Tsushima was fucking my one. Very close was the other one from Software.
Sekiro.
Sekiro, yeah.
Die Twice.
I think I saw that one twice. I didn't say one twice. Yeah, Shadows Die Twice.
Shadows Die Twice.
I saw the gameplay for that one first, and I was like, "Wow, fuck yeah!" From Software, they're on their fucking game again. They're doing this awesome thing, and then out of fucking nowhere, this Ghost of Tsushima drops the gameplay, and it's just like, holy fuck! I am in love with this kind of stealth action, fucking samurai, fucking thing. Oh man, I loved everything about it. It was so cool. And just came out of nowhere. I don't think is this the first
it has been talked about. Yeah, it was mentioned. It's been announced earlier and stuff.
Oh, it has.
I did hear about it probably maybe 2 or 3 months ago.
Okay, right.
But didn't really pay too much notice to it.
No.
But now that I saw this gameplay trailer, it fucking blew me away.
Yep.
And especially at the end where he has that kind of boss fight under the tree with all the wilting leaves and stuff, and you've got the sunset in the background.
Beautiful. And like every sword stroke, all the leaves are like brushing up in the wind, and like every jolt forward, you can see them all sort of go like, oh man,
it really sold like that, the kind of the weather and that in the day there. It's kind of like overcast and been raining, it's muddy and stuff, but it's still, you get that sun and that in the background. Like it really like sold that atmosphere and stuff in that trailer.
It's nice to see a like Japanese kind of style game as well, with a character that looks fucking Japanese for once. Like he's not like anime kind of looking, not like a Westerner in fucking Japan like Neo was. It was as much as I love Neo, the main character looked a bit fucking weird.
He looks like a white guy.
Yeah. It's like, it's nice to see a Japanese guy in a Japanese game. He looks like he's supposed to be there. Which
fits the
really
time,
cool.
fits the place, fits the period.
Yeah. And just, man, the fucking the climbing and the jumping, and like it's all that kind of real smooth Assassin's Creed-y kind of look to it.
It really sells you like the samurai aspect. Like the first part where you run into the group of guards and stuff. Yeah. And he's standing there and he kind of has his sword drawn and the guy lunges at him. And he just must do like a dodge, and he does this real like smooth dodge out of the way and like slices up his guts and stuff, and like, ooh.
I love all the fucking. It's like what you're saying with Resident Evil as well. Like you can see where the sword fucking hits him and shit. Like he backs around him and slices him up the back, and you can see like the character like arcs their back, and you see the big cut across them and shit, and then they're like, oh, drops to his knees, or like he cuts him up the side, and you can see like where the swords fucking hit him. Like it's really really cool, and that fucking like rope thing that he uses to like swing up and launch onto the side of the building. Oh man, I was like, fuck yeah.
The last real fucking ninja-y kind of game I played, or samurai type game, like I played Tenchu back in the day on PS1. I played Onimusha.
Yep.
I had Onimusha 2 on PS2. I had Ninja Gaiden on the original Xbox. That game was fucking tough, but I mastered.
That was fucking hard.
I
game.
fucking mastered that game. I got every weapon. I got every fucking upgrade. It took me a while, but I fucking mastered the shit out of that game. Not the second one though.
Team Ninja, wasn't it?
Yeah, Team Ninja.
That's Neo guys. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
I played all their sort of games, but yeah, I haven't played like a real kind of samurai game in a long time. Like Onimusha was probably like the closest, and that was fucking.
And now we're getting
that
two,
was 15, 16 years ago.
From Software, they're kind of doing their little return to Tenchu kind of style game with Sekiro. I'm pretty fucking stoked for that too. I reckon that's going to be pretty cool. They got some like cool little rope graphics, rope fucking what do you call them?
Like animations.
Yeah. Mechanics. That's what
mechanics is the word. Yeah.
Yeah, where you can like jump up onto the monster they're fighting and shit. Like
pretty sick.
It's almost like they saw Neo and went, "Fuck, we'll show you Neo. we'll show you a Neo."
All right, you've done it. You've won the prize, the mystery prize. Because Russell's not here, it was going to be between the two of you. But
we really didn't cover any Nintendo. Russ is going to be really fucking pissed with that.
You win the mystery prize. This bag of frozen chicken nuggets.
Oh no! Oh, I know what I'm having for dessert.
It's literally a bag of frozen chicken nuggets.
It is. You know, the best thing is too, my wife's celiac, so she can't eat any of this. So they're all my nuggets.
I think that's it, Bobby Baxter. We might wrap it up, buddy.
Yep.
People want to find you on the intertubes. Intertubes? Interwebs. Intertubes. That's an odd thing to say. Intertubes, YouTubes. Fuck, I'm just going to be quiet. Where can they go?
myname.com, bobbybaxter.com, or Instagram, Facebook is Bobby Baxter Cartoons. Also, my show that I'm fucking working on is on TV at the moment, so I should really plug it some more. If you're in Australia, you can watch it on 9Go on Saturday and Sunday mornings. Saturday mornings, it's like 11 o'clock till 12 o'clock, I think.
2 episodes?
Yep. And then Sunday morning is like 7:30, so no one's watching that. But you can stream it all on the 9 app. So the Channel 9 app. Just check out Nate is Late. Like, search it on there. And
Charlie is tardy.
Yeah. I'll get you to fucking share the link around so everyone can
I'll do that, definitely.
Yeah.
Yep, on the social medias.
Yeah.
And if you'll find the Bearded Geeks online, you can go to Facebook, facebook.com/Bearded Geeks Pod. If you want to listen to the show, you can go to SoundCloud, iTunes, and YouTube. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. I nearly said smash that like button.
Ooh, dirty.
I nearly said it. No, I'll never say it. If you want to buy a fucking t-shirt, you can go to bloody tpublic.com, get a fucking t-shirt, eh? We're also on Instagram and Twitter. I'm being on Twitter a lot more, so come and talk to me on the Twitters at Bearded Geeks Pod on Twitter.
Use your hashtags and
use your hashtags. Fucking hashtag me. I don't know.
I don't know Twitter.
Twitter is just like this foreign entity that I'm trying to get into.
I'm on Twitter, but I don't know. I don't really know what to do with it.
Bobby Baxter Cartoons?
Yeah.
Or is it just at Bobby Baxter?
I think it's just Bobby Baxter.
Wow. At Bobby Baxter on Twitter.
I scored my own name for that one platform that I don't use.
All right, Bobby Baxter, that'll do it. It's a very, very long show, this one.
Ooh, whoops. Sorry.
That's all right. Do some editing.
Yeah, cut that shit down.
Yeah. And also check out TJ Hodder and Kaz. Check out Mike's and Beers, The Hodder Show, and Two Guys in a Game. Check him out. He's everywhere. He's a cool bloke. He's actually a really cool fucking bloke. Yeah.
Nice.
All right. Thanks, everyone, for listening. Remember to like, share, subscribe, ring the bells, get notified, comment, whatever. Get us out there. Do it all.
Yeah.
We really just wing shit, don't we?
We really
We
do.
never really have like a set thing we do. We just fucking wing it all the time.
You do all the stuff, and then I just rock up and fucking like find ways to not do all the things that you want to do.
Yeah.
or take you on fucking retarded tangents that
yeah. That I just have to cut out later. All right, thanks everyone. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you all next week on the Bearded Geeks.
Hey!
Hey! I'm bloody out of here, mate. Blame Canada.